Beast Demon, Murloc, Naga, and Pirate. Okay. Okay. Saw a Pokey turn 5 with Jandis and Faceless. Yeah, there's dozens of ways to get turn 5 Pokey. The point wasn't turn 5 Pokey happens all the time. The point is, when you get access to that card really early in games, it is a dominant card, right? It's not to say you can't get it. We saw it twice yesterday off Galakrond getting it on turn 5. Surely this time? Surely? Tasty backstage security. Ew, disgusting cute Myrmidon. Surely this time. I swear to God, we're like 0 for 10. It's nuts. I'm gonna throw a goddamn party the one time we hit it. 60% of the time, I need to log it, man. It has to be like 10 in a row at this point. Surely this time. Eat the even bigger minion when you got the spell that gives the stats to the lobby. Yeah, wouldn't it be nice to eat a big minion with the Pick Eater? Wouldn't that be pretty cool? My weak and pathetic Pick Eater. Okay. That's actually like a baller hit. Why is it called Picky Eater if it's random? True. Maybe behind the scenes they programmed it so it eats the slimmest thing very often. Thematic reasons, you know? Curious, Bofur, could you possibly explain to me how the use of the emotes properly so I don't offend somebody during my gameplay? Yeah, if you emote at any time where you're winning, people are going to take it as mean. And if you emote at any time where they're winning, they're going to think it's sarcastic. I got you. This is the internet after all. You're only allowed to use emotes when you know the person and you've directly communicated with them what the intent of the emote was. It's a pretty baller hit. We're moving up in the world. Wave, generally speaking, means level. Do you want a level? If they wave back, then they're saying yes. There's about 1 billion emotes that people use for no, like this, or like what the fuck. And pretty much the rest of them are just BMing people, you know? What about emoting level? Some people are just still going to interpret that as BMing, trust. Though most will interpret it as leveling nowadays. All right, so we need scaling. We do not have... We do have good reason to level. There's Rylix in the game. Sweating emote is I'm weak, you can chill. I just always take it as I'm scared. Okay. Actually, legit good. Wait one damn second. Are we high rolling? You have buffed the 2 attack one every time so far. I just want you to know that. And then they all got value traded. Unreal. No high rolling allowed today. Fair enough. Honestly, fair enough. I don't know what I expected. Health isn't a necessary resource. You just need one. But yeah, early turns have been really toxic. I think it's a huge portion of the meta, but also just like the nature of the cards that are in the game right now. Synergies are so ridiculously high that you hit something that's a good combo and you just 15 people in the mid game compared to people that didn't find that good mid game combo. You gots to figure out what you can achieve within the scope of the game. And the scope of the game shrinks real heavily in the middle of turns. Like turn 6 being below damage cap has happened to us way too many times this season. But you get good synergy minions, you deal 15 damage to people in the mid game, and if you don't get good synergy minions, then you just take 15 damage in the mid game. And unfortunately, early Chimera, okay, that wasn't a bad hit actually. That was really good. We might trim down damage here. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? We're ballers. Just hit the 1%er. All right, just get lucky. Honestly, why not? It's actually really easy. You just gotta keep getting really lucky, and then you win games. So normally don't just go one type and I make a choice based on which ones I have, and two types if like Naga Elemental, or I just keep 2 quill for gold gain but leave the rest as Naga. Okay, we're going to have to work on the clarity of your messages there, bud. You're going to go with something like you want to remain adaptable in a game? Yeah, agreed. Make decisions pivoting toward things, but you need to buy minion quality. So you can't really just be like, oh, I just don't want to buy good minion. Like Scarab. I'm not freezing for it, though. So you're going to buy up tempo in the middle of the game, and you're going to look to pivot toward direction-giving cards. But it's not like at the beginning of the game, you're like, I really want to have a bunch of Naga and a bunch of Beast. It's I want to have enough tempo to be able to play the game, and then also get a triple or something that gives me direction toward one of those cards, or find cards that give me directions toward one of those tribes. It's not necessarily like I want to keep 2 different tribes on the board. And at a certain point, you start having to choose one or the other, and you're going to drop very heavily in terms of power if you're choosing to do that. Bofur, you rank 7? We were 4 yesterday. We got past. I think I'm just evolving here, actually. Oh, these are shit. We can buy a little bit of time toward Trickster. It's going to be real sketchy, though. You have 2 taunts, and it can be Divine Shielded, so... Where Dakuma at? I mean, we get really, really strong from this position with one cultist. But we don't really have the time to just act like we have the cultist. Thank you. Appreciate it on that hit. I'm going to say, if you're going to hit the smallest minion every single time, we're going to have some words over here. Thank you for attempting to at least trim down a little damage. It's time to call it quits. I almost ended my turn by using demons and tripling rewinder and forgetting to place it on the board. It happens, man. Don't let it happen too much. Night, bogus. Night, dude. Bogus. Well, I have certainly seen better days. This is going to be an all-in play here in a second. Think it's going to game 7 for the Cavs? That's unfortunate. Sure, I'll watch it tonight. Don't worry about spoiling. It's no big deal. But I kind of figured that was coming. They've been struggling, especially on the road. They over damage cap. Look for our triples. Rage to get back. We've done nothing but buff health on 4 attack minions. At least you only need 4 attack to take off divine shields and kill low health minions. Our bird is dumb. Alright. We got past it. Damage cap still intact. Please, for the love of God, triples. I'm actually going to level. Because there is like 2 cards that we want up here too. We're just going to have to lose a round. Nope. We've played, what, 12-ish today? And all besides like 2 of them have been lose the first 6 or 7 turns so hard that you drop below 20 health. And typically what I would think if that was the case is that I'm making mistakes with what I'm buying in terms of early minions. But the problem is we're not buying early minions. Like the 3-on-3 line or similar is so good right now. Like we're just trying to avoid buying minions on those turns. The game just has such a dominant component of, did you get somebody that allowed you to play the game, or did that person decide neither of you wins? And that's really frustrating, right? Like you look at these curves and like this guy just immediately went to 4. This guy immediately went to 4. This guy immediately went to 4. And then the other people are the ones that died are the ones that didn't go to 4. Or at least like 2 of them. So all they did was take out the person that they were playing against and themselves in the process. It's a little bit cute. Not within the timetable of the game. Classic. I like you, but it's too expensive. We desperately need this triple. For next turn. Because we will spike really hard if we get a cultist. But otherwise, we're basically just done. Curious what the odds of getting pokey 4 times in a row on gold cards. I'm curious because it happened to me 20 or so minutes ago. I mean, it's about a 3 in 14 chance, depending on what tribes are in the game. So if you're talking about getting the same card offered 4 times in a row, Pokey specifically would be that to the 4th. The same card in 3 times in a row, or 4 times in a row. Any of the same card 4 times in a row would be that to the 3rd. So like 25% chance to the 3rd. Ballpark 1 in 16. It's not that unheard of. I lied. 1 in 64. What am I saying? 1.5 to the 3rd instead of 1/4 to the 3rd. Still, 1 in 64. It happens. Definitely not likely to happen. Okay. We're back in it. We're back in this one, guys. Now if we could just get like Consume a Tavern or Golden Trickster, we're kind of cooking. Oh. Okay. I kind of want to keep this around because of all the stats. So I won the jackpot, 1 in 64. I mean, yeah, I hear you, but it's not that unheard of. 1 in 64 being the jackpot. I lost a stat. I used the little one before the big one before the little one. Whoops. Whoops. It's actually like the one card that we needed. It's actually kind of funny how big we get. Let him cook. Let us cook. We're cooking lettuce. Don't believe the odds, guys. I've said it 100 times. I'll repeat it again. The odds are very wrong when you have cultists. We do not have a 70 to die here. Never believe the odds. Do not believe the odds when cultist is on the board. This board is nasty. You wondered why we were going so hard for that triple. Like, there's only one thing that mattered in this game. If you can get cultist or not get cultist. Word for going top 2 seeds in the West for hockey was to play a 20 million over the cap Knights and one of the hottest teams in hockey in the Predators. I mean, this will make Stanley Cup good, man. This will make it good. Also makes a trade deadline bullshit. But, you know, it's good. Why do the odds don't get cultist right? I don't know. It seems it's been bugged for a very long time. I wish I knew. But it's been bugged basically the entire time that, ever since they added cultist, the tracker just has never gotten it right. Yeah, I don't care about any of these. Maybe I'd use it as zap protection. Okay. That's actually a nutty card. Board is pretty good to eat, but I can be greedier. All right. Don't really need zap protection. Cultist is a poison pill to break the tracker. Yeah, it's just so everybody gets discouraged about the tracker. 96? No! No! Alright, all sarcasm has been removed now. Can you buff the shop with Murky? Give a friendly Murloc. If only we were friends with the shop. What the fuck? This combo's sick. It's really good. Teron with demons is... It basically forces the minion into the death rattle pool immediately. It's pretty crazy. It's just Venom count that beats us at this point, right? I mean, obviously, stats could be bigger than us, but... Tech cards can be a problem. What if we just get the triple? Shell Elemental earlier in the game would have been pretty cool. And Ghoul. Yeah, it's probably not even worth freezing at this point because we don't have a Coomer buff anymore. A little annoying that this doesn't die. But one buffing the other is going to be enough. Leroy's going to go off. Bird goes again. Ruining my fun, game. Ruining my damn fun over here. I just want to get the bird to make gigantic ass health. But it only works because there's no Ellie, no Quill. Otherwise it gets hard countered by Bramble? No. Because we kill it at the beginning of the turn. Why would it get hard countered by Bramble? The first one would get brambled, but all the ones that spawn out of Cultist would still be the big Divine Shield one. Regardless. If they just had Illidan hero power that doesn't exist in the game at the moment, and they could somehow shrink this, then it would be good. Agreed. Where's my Trickster triple? I didn't know they removed Illidan completely. I thought he was just banned from Dragon lobbies. Isn't he disabled at the moment? Like temp disabled? I could be wrong on that. I thought they temp disabled him for a minute. I'll freeze that, right? I haven't seen that. I may be wrong then. All right, buff Baron. You got this. There you go, big guy. Way to go, buddy. No, I played against him earlier today. I must be wrong then. Would you look at that? It does happen. Get them, tricksters. That does have a tendency to happen from time to time. I thought he was permanently or like overall disabled for the short term. Must be. We haven't seen him in a minute. He's definitely banned in Dragon lobbies. That'll do. I wasn't worried about this game at all. Absolutely not a single worry. Not even a little. Cultist or bust, right? That was the read. We got it back. Sick comp. It's good, man. Teron and demon games. You talked about that when we were doing hero select. Like demon or undead tend to be the Teron direction nowadays. Because you can just kill this minion at first, put it in the pool, and then if you have like beast stuff. I did this the other day with suicide demons, where I was able to build a floating watcher that was like 1,000, and then just kill it at the beginning of combat and spawn it with macaws, and it was just a board full of thousands. We didn't even get golden trickster. It changed parrot to trigger the leftmost minion. Correct. One mini so many 0.5% wins. True. Almost like this card breaks the game.